this precept. Remember that precept and remember the license that was given to them. And this is not the only time it happened, right? Give me 1 Kings 17. 1 Kings 17 and 15, all right? 1 Kings 17 and 15.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 17, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And she went and did according to the saying of Elijah.
2 Kings, Salaki.
17 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 15.
Yeah.
And they rejected his statutes.
They what?
And they rejected his statutes.
Go ahead.
And his covenant.
And his covenant. Go ahead.
That he made with their fathers.
You understand, right? They rejected the law, statutes, and his covenants that he made with the Most High and his forefathers, right? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go ahead.
And his testimonies.
And his testimonies. Go ahead.
Which he testified against them.
They rejected all these things. Keep going.
And they followed vanity.
They followed what?
Vanity.
Go ahead.
And became vain.
Go ahead.
And went after the heathen.
They went after the who?
Went after the heathen.
They went after the who?
Went after the heathen.
That sounds familiar, right? Same thing what happened to Maccabees. Go ahead.
And went after the heathen that were round about them.
Mm-hmm.
Concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them.
He said, man, don't do like them. But what happened? They wanted to find love with them, right? Give me Deuteronomy 23 and 6. You got a question on it?
Sir.
No sweat.
I do got a comment though.
Go ahead.
I mean, that was us right there. That was the Northern Kingdom that went and did that.
Con. Right? Specifically, yes. Israel altogether is evil as hell. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 1 after that, all right?
You want to Deuteronomy, sir?
Yes, 23 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not seek their peace, nor their prosperity all thy days forever.
You understand, right? So we went right against that. We went directly against what the Lord said to do, right? The Lord said, never trust thy enemy in Ecclesiasticus, right? Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, he said, never trust thine enemy. Deuteronomy 23 and 6, he says, never seek their peace or prosperity. Right. He said, don't do those things, right? You're going to find yourself in a pit hole. So now, let's go to 2 Esdras 8 and 85. Hold that other one I called, right? 2 Esdras 8 and 85, right quick.
What, sir?
85. Let me get 1 Esdras 8 and 85. Salaki.
The book of 1 Esdras, chapter 8, verse 85.
Right.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
You understand? Keep going.
That ye may be strong.
You be what?
Ye may be strong.
You may be strong, man. The Lord said, don't go and go get cahoots with them. What you need them for when you got me, right? That's the problem. That's the problem in Israel. The scriptures say this, man. The people of Israel look for, I'm paraphrasing. They look for a sign. Y'all familiar with that precept? That's what they said about us because we are people that lack faith, man. We lack that faith. We always needed someone in power to go and join up with them. Hold that. Give me Proverbs 1 and 22. Keep reading, Alatazar.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Go ahead.
That ye may be strong.
That ye may be strong. Keep going.
And eat the good things of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
You understand? That was going to happen if we didn't join on to them. Right? Any more?
Blah, blah.
No sweat. Go ahead.
Like I was gonna say, like it's I think about it. Like, like during an election,
mm-hmm.
like you always got some president or candidate that says something to gain black people or Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Like they understand how gullible we are.
Right. How easily fooled we are. Right.
And they know that those, Kamala Harris, she ate chicken wings, or
man.
Biden said something about Hispanics, about immigration, saying he won't help us out.
Right. The lie.
And at the end of the day, they never follow through with what they said.
Right.
Being the point is they know that how gullible we are, and they know that we need them.
Precept.
For help.
Precept.
Never touch thy enemy?
Nah, it's Isaiah, right? Give me Isaiah 33 and 1. Well, you got that other one I called? I think I called 2 precepts, right? Proverbs And another one was, I forget.
Jeremiah.
I said Jeremiah? Jeremiah what?
I just heard Jeremiah.
I didn't call Jeremiah. I said Isaiah for sure. Isaiah 33:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 33, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled.
That ain't it. Hold on. Salakia.
I think
you know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Here it is right here. Isaiah 31:1. Salakia. Isaiah 31:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 31, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
You understand? Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Go ahead.
And stay on horses.
And
trust in chariots.
They trust in what?
Chariots.
They trust in chariots. Go ahead.
Because they are many.
That's the problem of Israel, right? They want to go and trust our enemies because they're empowered. They got so much. There's so many of them. Go ahead.
And in horsemen. Because they are very strong.
And in horsemen, meaning in the police, right? In the government. Go ahead.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
But that's the problem. We don't look to the Most High. Go ahead.
Neither seek the Lord.
They don't seek the Lord. That's the problem. They go get tricked, like Lahab said, by our enemy, by politicians, right? Kamala Harris is not a black woman. She's Indian, right? Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? And then he cut the HBCU funding down about $42 billion. Go ahead.
I would say too, like with Donald Trump, he did something. What he did, he said something about like he promised something for prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
So he said something for prisoners, and now you have all these Hispanic like cholos voting for Trump. So you can look something up called "Votos for Trump."
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah.
You go see a straight up essay, long socks, Cortezes, wearing a MAGA hat.
Yeah, but why? If you're a Vato, why wouldn't you support that?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you support that if you don't have a clue of anything, right? Because they're ignorant, of course. When you don't have a clue, but you think someone is for a cause, of course, because the problem is what? You believe in America and not God.
Right.
That's the problem. So of course, I would be a Mexican Vato that would wear a Trump hat at that time if he was supporting a cause that puts away Mexican people, right? You would say, damn, I need to get behind that. Go ahead.
And it's funny too because like I seen it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, maybe people are making this up. Maybe it could be a joke.
No.
I worked with some cat that was like an OG from Boyle Heights.
Yeah.
He has an American flag on his locker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he like straight American.
Right.
But at the same time, he leans more to the Cholo side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this cat like, bro, you Uncle Tom.
Right. And you don't even know it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Think you're a hardcore Mexican. But that's the problem, though. We look to Egypt. We look to the government, this government, right? That's why the Lord says, separate yourself, man. Don't think about those things. Don't think about this place. Don't trust your enemies. Don't seek their prosperity. You know what I mean? He says all these things in the warning signs, and we still do it. Salakia, you was right, Oscar. I did call Jeremiah. That's my apologies. Jeremiah 17:1, if I could.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 17:1.
Mm-hmm.
The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron.
Right. The sin of Judah, the tribe of Judah. The sins that he does is written with a pen of iron. Go ahead.
And with the point of a diamond.
Go ahead.
It is graven upon the table of their heart.
Right. It is graven upon the table of thy heart. Go ahead.
And upon the horns of your fathers.
And upon the
horns of your altars.
And upon the horns of thy altars. Go ahead, Latza.
When it says it's written with a pen of iron.
Mm-hmm. It said hot iron, right?
Well, I just say pen of iron.
Oh, okay, Salakia. Mm-hmm.
This means heavy on us, like.
No, just like if it's written with a pen of iron, it's like, how you say that? Okay, permanent. You get what I'm saying? It's permanent. Like, this is who we are.
Right.
Like, the scripture is saying how wicked the tribe of Judah is. You know what I'm saying? It's some. You think about the tribe of Judah. I'm going back to what Lahab said with the. I think what you say, Lahab?
Northern Kingdom, how like we were.
Yeah, the Northern Kingdom, right? And I'm thinking about how they did that, and then we how the Lord looks at the tribe of Judah as. I'm saying we because I'm a Judite, right? He looks at the tribe of Judah as people who are trendsetters for wickedness.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're a Judite who's a homosexual, I mean, goddamn, like Judites that are homosexual are like, the leading candidates for all homosexuals.
Come.
Like, you ever see how women talk today? You ever hear like women say like it's not giving, or the math ain't mathing, or they'll say it's the whoop, it's this for me. You ever heard that word?
Come.
That's how gay men talk.
Right.
They pick up that language from black gay men. Black women don't talk like that. Black gay men talk like that. You feel what I'm saying? And they steal that lingo from black gay men. Go ahead, you want to say something?
It was a viral video.
Mm-hmm.
One of the homosexual dudes, and he was working at a hotel. And I guess he got into it with some Caucasians.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "It's above me now." And that's all you heard.
He kept repeating it.
He kept like, and now you hear black women, "It's above me now."
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Come.
So like that language comes from that. You feel what I'm saying? And of course, I so many examples. I always think about that homosexual one because that homosexual one is the strongest, in my opinion, right? So that's what the Lord said about him. But now, what if we just kept the law? That's the thing, right? We're going to talk about the law tonight. We're going to talk about it because we're going to talk about how the brother, what's the brother name? Mattathias, right? Mattathias kept the law by defending himself and honoring the Most High with his warrior spirit, which a whole bunch of sinners didn't have, and they died on the Sabbath day, right? So we're going to go into the law a little bit, and we're going to speak about what the law is. We're going to go and show examples in the law of how we keep the law, how the Lord views the law, and what happens when you break the law, right? And let's get all those things. Let me get the precept where it says how beautiful is the law in Psalms. If you can find that for me, I'll find it real quick, Salaki. And who is the law given to? Give me Psalms 19 and 7 real quick, guys. Psalms 19 and 7. And if you could also give me Isaiah 8 and 20, okay? Those two for now. And Romans 7:14. We'll go to those three and then we'll move on with the law topic, all right? If y'all got any questions on the law, just let me know now, all right? If you know what is the law, or is this unlawful? What does it mean? Like, also, what does it mean when the Bible says when there is no law, there is no sin, right? We'll go over that as well, right? Where there's no law, there's no sin. We'll go over the laws expedient, or it's like that things are lawful but not expedient. We'll break that down as well, all right? And we'll read in Romans where Paul said, Romans 4 and 15. Just remind me about Romans 4 and 15. Let's read what you got first, all right?
Like, yeah, you said Isaiah 18:20?
8 and 20.
The book of Psalms
19 and 7. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
The law of the Lord is what?
Perfect.
The law of the Lord is perfect. Y'all understand that, right? The law that the Lord gave us is the perfect thing. What does it mean to be perfect? Somebody look up perfect in the Bible. I mean, it's like in your dictionaries, right?
Okay.
Right. It should say without blemish. Go ahead. Let me know when you got it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the definition of perfect
Mm-hmm.
out of the Merriam-Webster's dictionary.
Go ahead.
Being entirely without fault or defect.
Flawless. Flawless. Go ahead.
Satisfying all requirements.
Mm-hmm.
Corresponding to an ideal standard or abstract concept.
Mm-hmm.
Legally valid.
Go
pure.
Ahead. Pure.
Lacking in no essential detail.
Uh-huh.
Absolute.
Go ahead. That's it? No sweat. That's fine. Without blemishes, for sure. One of them I used to read, right? But all those things are correct, right? Absolute. You get what I'm saying? What else does it say, Salakia? The second verse, I like that one. What does it say?
Satisfying all requirements.
Satisfying all requirements. One more.
Corresponding to an ideal standard or abstract concept.
Go ahead.
Faithfully reproducing the original.
Faithfully reproducing the original. Go ahead.
Proficient.
Legally valid. Go ahead. Complete. All these things are perfect, right? That's what it means to be perfect. Now keep reading that verse out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Converting what?
The soul.
What does it mean to convert? Go ahead.
To
change. That's why the law is perfect. Y'all understand? Because it converts you. We all been converted. We all looked at the law and it converted us, right? It changed us. Because we said, damn, I can't get high. Damn, I can't sleep with white women, Asian women, whatever women y'all liked in the world, right? I can't eat pork. I'm holy, right? I gotta celebrate. I gotta go to the Passover in New York every year. You know what I'm saying? Well, we gotta do these things, right? We gotta keep the high holy days. We can't celebrate holidays. You understand? Like that converts your soul. Those things convert who you are. It changes you, and that's why people think that way about you. They think like, damn. Like most of y'all, they respect y'all now, right? And some of y'all still changing and stuff coming in, but your people who look at you, they look at you like, man, like you really changed who you are. It's a shock to them to see that. Go ahead.
That's true, sir. Because my situation right now, I remember like my cousin would come against me.
Yeah.
And then now his situation is bad. You know, I hope it gets better, but I can tell he looks at me like you know, like damn. Like, you know, the Lord is with him.
Yeah,
and
God.
With my family, when they're going through something, they be like, man, you that, you know, you're closer to the Most High, pray for me.
What? Say it again. They say what?
Like, you being closer to the Lord, pray for me. But then when I tell them the scriptures, they're like, nah. Still, you know,
but the point is, they know that you're real and they're not. You get what I mean? They see how dedicated you are to the ISUPK and to your work. So they look at it like, well, I know I'm not that dedicated to the Most High. You get what I'm saying? I know I'm not dedicated to God, right? But they know you are. So that's why the law is perfect and it converts your soul. What is a soul? You, your person, right? It changes you as a person. It changes who you are because now you know the law. So think about how much of a blessing it is to know the law. Right? Keep going.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure.
The testimony of the Lord is sure. Go ahead.
Making wise the simple.
Making people that were simple, wise. You feel me? Changing the dumb and giving them brains. Giving them wisdom that people don't have. Listen, the wisdom of the Bible is the best degree that you can have on the face of the earth. Right. Go ahead, Ash.
Sir, is the...
You could drop that.
What did you say? The testimony?
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
The testimony would be like the stories in the Bible?
Yes. The testimonies are the prophets of God. Speaking the ordinance of the Most High.
Okay, God.
You get what I'm saying?
A precept could be learn from the scriptures of old.
I'm about to go there. Romans 4:15. Exactly, right? Perfect precept. So now give me Isaiah 8:20 though first.
I got you, sir.
I think it's Romans 4:15. Somebody pull that. Where Paul said it, right?
So you want to call it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 8:20. To the law.
To the what?
To the law.
To the law. Go ahead.
And to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word.
If they don't speak according to this word, go ahead.
It is because there is no light in them.
You understand that? How can I say, if I go read in the Bible and tell you, brother, The Lord said he hates your holidays. And you say, well, that's your interpretation. Like, okay, no problem. Jeremiah 10:1 says, don't put that Christmas tree in the house. Well, that's your interpretation. They don't speak the ordinance of God. We do. It's plain in front of our face.
Right.
That's why you picked it up and you said, well, damn. Well, it says it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says it right there in the Bible. Right. And you decided what? Well, I'm going to keep what the Bible says. I'm going to keep this law. I see what the Lord can do and does to people on a day in and day out basis. But guess what? I like living.
Right.
You might want to die, but I like living, so I'm going to keep the law. I know I'm crazy for keeping the law of God. I'm crazy because I read the Bible and believe it. I know I'm crazy for that, but that's fine with me because the law of God is beautiful, right? It's perfect. It converts your soul. It changes you, right? Give me a little more. Is that it on that, Salakia? That might be it, right? That's it. That's all I need. Give me Romans 7:14 through 16, right? And if you can give me give me 1 Timothy 1:8.
Okay.
And Romans 7:12. Hold both of those.
Okay.
Wait, what I just saw? Okay, let's go Romans 7:12 through 16, right? And then you give me what I just say to you, Alataza? 1 Timothy 1:8, right?
Okay.
You hold that one, right? You hold that one. Okay. Let's go Romans 7:7 and then jump to 7:12, all right?
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
What shall we
No,
say?
I want Lahab to pull that. Read that for me. You hold 1 Timothy, all right? Go ahead, Lahab.
Romans 7:7.
Mm-hmm.
What shall we say then?
Go ahead.
Is the law sin?
Is the law sin? Hold on, is the law sin? How is the law sin? Go ahead. You might need context. Go one verse up. Salakia.
But now we are delivered from the law.
We are delivered from the law. What law are we delivered from? Officers? Lahab.
The punishment of the law.
The punishment of the law. That's the only law that we're delivered from. Why? Go ahead.
Because if we were still living under the punishment of the law, we all be dead.
Why? Okay, but why though? Lazar. Because Christ, right? Okay. Because of Christ, we are delivered from the law because he was the ultimate sacrifice. Okay. You understand, right? So we're delivered from the law of dying on, what's that word? On, how you say that? How you say that when you're supposed to die on, right when you sin? How you say that?
On sight.
There you go. I'll take that. You're delivered from the law of dying on sight. Now you're giving up to the law of mercy. Right? Not the law of mercy, but the mercy of God. Right? Keep going.
Okay. That being dead, wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit.
We should serve in newness of spirit. Tell me to the end of 7 and jump to 12, right?
Okay. Read from the end of 7?
No, take me to the end of 7. Okay, so keep reading.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we should serve in newness of the spirit and not in the oldness of the letter.
Go ahead. You hear that, right? We should serve the Lord in the newness of spirit and not the oldness of the letter. The oldness of the letter of the law was to kill you when you sinned. You understand? That was the oldness. The oldness was to put you to death when you sin. Listen, none of us will be here. Not a soul. If it was that law. Y'all understand that, right? That was the whole reason that Christ came. And the precept to this, you can put this in your notes, we're not going to go over it, is Romans the 8th chapter, right? Y'all go to Romans the 8th chapter and you read that precept, just the precept to this verse. Keep going.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
You understand? I have not known. Are you at 12?
No, 7, sir.
Salakia. I have not known lust until the law said you should not covet. You understand? Go ahead.
But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
Say it again.
concupiscence.
Go ahead.
For without the law, sin was dead.
Without the law, sin was what?
Dead.
Now, give me the precept where it says, don't give way to the occasion of your flesh. That's an excellent precept. Now, drop me the 12. I score. You find that for me.
Wherefore the law is holy.
Wherefore the law is what?
Holy.
The law is separate. Go ahead.
And the commandment holy.
Mm-hmm.
And just and good.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13.
Keep going all the way to 16.
Was then that which is good made death unto me?
Read it one more time.
Was then that which is good made death unto me?
Right. Is the law good? The thing that was good, does it mean death unto me? No, it doesn't mean that. The law is to change you. It doesn't mean put you to death. But if you keep breaking the law, death will come. Y'all understand? Keep going.
God forbid.
God forbid. Go ahead.
But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good.
Mm-hmm. Sin, that it might appear sin, worketh death in me. That's a heavy thing. That's a heavy thing. Why should you keep the law? Because if you don't keep the law, you worketh death in you. You feel me? You working to the side of just think about life and death as this, right? Like a scale. This is an apocrypha, by the way. Like a scale, like a balance. The more evil you do, the closer you get to death. The more righteousness you do, the more law keeping you do, the closer you get to life. Make yourself worthy of life and not death. That's why the law is important. Y'all understand? That's why the law is so direct. It's no gray area in the law that says, oh yeah, you're good if you get high sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's no law that says, it's okay to, commit adultery sometimes. Just as long as you don't do it all the time. Just sometimes is okay. That says that if you commit adultery, this will happen to you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Keep going.
Okay. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good.
Mm-hmm.
That sin, by the commandment, might become exceeding sinful.
It might become exceeding what?
Sinful.
Go ahead.
Sorry, sir, can you break that down?
Exceeding sinful. Now, read that part again. I'll break it down for you.
That sin.
Go ahead.
That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
By the commandment might become exceeding sinful. All right? Keep going.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal.
Okay, stop right there. So now, when he says that we know by the law that what?
For we know that the law is spiritual.
The law, no. Go up when it says exceeding sinful.
Okay. That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
By sin, by the commandment might become what?
Exceeding sinful.
Might become exceeding sinful, right? What does he mean by that? Someone can break it down. I know someone would give it a shot. Read again.
That sin.
No, one verse up.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Was then that which is good made death unto me?
Mm-hmm.
God forbid.
God forbid. Go ahead.
But sin.
Go ahead.
That it might appear sin.
Go ahead.
Working death in me.
Worketh death in me. Go ahead.
By that which is good.
By that which is good. Go ahead.
That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
By sin, by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. Go ahead.
Death.
What about death, though?
Exceeding sinful. I mean, that's the only thing that exceeds.
Death will come if you exceed sin, right? But why does he say that, though? You correct when it says death, for sure. Death, that like the exceeding sinful part, meaning you are going to die. That's the exceeding sinful. Go ahead.
Like, so when you go to verse 13,
when
it says, what was then that which is good? So the good is talking about the commandment.
The good is talking about the commandment.
Made death unto me.
Made death unto me. Go ahead.
Okay. God forbid.
God forbid. Why God forbid?
Because, okay, if I could, so the commandment is not supposed to bring you death, it's supposed to bring you life.
Come on.
Okay. But sin.
Go ahead.
That it might appear sin.
That it might, what does that mean? Sin that it might appear sin.
So something that's unlawful might seem unlawful.
Okay, yes. But a little more. Yes, that's correct. I can't say no. But think about, okay, a sin that it might appear sin. What is something that, like drinking, right? Drinking might appear like it might be a sin, but it's not a sin. When does it become a sin? Go ahead.
You drink too much.
Me drink too much. I drink a lot. What does that mean? Go ahead, Ash.
When you sin because you drink.
There you go. That's how you know you had too much, right? So you understand, right? So now you broke the law of God with that, right? So now give me a little more, La.
Okay. Working death in me.
That works death in me. Go ahead.
By that which is good.
By that which is what was lawful. Go ahead.
That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
You understand? So now sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. What does that mean? Ash.
Basically, what you just said about drinking. You know,
what?
It's lawful to drink, not a sin, but you drink and then you sin, and you're like, all right, and then you.
Okay, let's take it off drinking. Give me another example.
Another example would be
having a wife.
Gamble. You can
gamble. Okay, I'll take gambling.
Yeah.
And then you would. Okay, yes, that's true. That's another good one. I'll give you a more common one. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say what you said. Like you got like you have sex,
and
then you just cannot having sex with different women because, okay, you have sex with a woman, and then you don't stop getting women. Like you just keep doing it, not caring of, not being careful of what the law is saying.
Yes. So now you're exceeding what?
Sin.
That's not sin though. You're exceeding. Go ahead.
Liberty.
Nah, it didn't say liberty. Didn't say liberty. Go ahead.
Good.
What?
Good.
There you go. That's what the scripture said, right?
No.
You're exceeding good.
So
go ahead.
So it's like you taking advantage of.
There is no taking advantage, but there is being a greedy bastard. You get what I'm saying? It becomes okay. I'm trying to keep it to the precept because I don't want to change the topic, right? Okay, read it again one more time so I can break it down clearly and without the examples. It's like, can you hear me one more time?
Sure.
Go ahead, read it one more time. He was at 13, right?
Like 4:13?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like 7:13. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
Was then that which is good made death unto me? God forbid.
Right. The thing that was good, right, made death unto me. The thing that was supposed to be good, how did it become death? Y'all with me, right? How did it become death? Go ahead.
God forbid.
God forbid. Sin. But what?
But sin.
But sin. Go ahead.
That it might appear sin.
That it might appear sin. So now, that's the thing we're talking about, right? Remember how we just said, what we just said and now read what we just had, right? What did we just say? Ash.
Said that gambling thing.
No. What we just reading the verse right before this.
So like.
Read again. Just read again.
It appears unlawful.
It appears unlawful. Go ahead.
Working death in me by that which is good.
Working death in me by that which is good. Go ahead.
That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
Go ahead.
For we know that the law is spiritual.
The law is spiritual, man. That's the point. The law is spiritual. It just goes right back to in all things lawful and not expedient. You get what I'm saying? It goes to that. Yeah, that's lawful. You can have 3 wives, 4 wives, 5 wives. Yeah, that's lawful. But is it wise? I don't think so. Not for you, not y'all, but just I'm talking to a specific brother, right? Not for you though. You can't handle that. There's a certain brother who can handle that, and you're not that brother. Y'all understand?
Right.
That's what it talks about being expedient, right? Keep going.
But I am carnal, sold under sin.
I am carnal, sold under the law. Break it down. I am carnal, sold under the law. That's what sold under sin means, right? To break the law doesn't mean to be under the law. That's why he says under sin. Under sin is to break the law, just like being under arrest, right? Y'all familiar, right?
Come.
So now, what is he saying? I am sold under what? Go ahead.
Under sin. He's sold under sin.
Yeah. Okay. This is a brother who cannot have liberty. Let's go back to there. This is
liberty as in
freedom. He can't have it. He can't have the option of doing or of having. He's not this type of cat.
Right. Okay, I understand.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he needs to be. That's why he is who he. This is Paul we're talking about.
Come.
He needs to be watched.
He needs to be. That's why he doesn't have a wife.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't do these things because Allah. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say like kind of leaning on to like you can have more than one wife, you can gamble,
Mm-hmm.
you can drink, but this brother right here doesn't drink, doesn't have a wife, doesn't gamble because if he does it, he's gonna go all out and do
There
it.
you go. God, he's carnal, sold under sin. Go ahead.
So like I was gonna say, like, we was talking about, privately how if I drink too much liquor,
yeah,
something else pop out.
There you go.
Right.
So you like, I'm good.
Come.
Get up, and that's Paul. He said, I'm straight. This is a different example of the law. This is a brother who says, those things are lawful, but I will break the law.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Those things are good, but not good for me. Yeah, it's lawful to go to the club and have a drink and go chop at some women. But my problem is I'm gonna have sex with some woman who's married. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
like that's what he's trying to tell you. Yeah, it's lawful to go to the casino and gamble. My problem is I'm gonna gamble everything, last dollar I have.
Right.
It's lawful to have a drink. My problem is I'm gonna drink everything in here and I'm gonna be naked somewhere in front of all the Akim and embarrass myself. You understand?
Oh, no.
That's what he's saying. And that is righteous that he knows that about himself.
Right.
So he's not going to deal with it. So he doesn't. He doesn't find nothing good with doing those things that are lawful. That's what he said, right?
Okay.
Keep going. All the way to 16. Keep going where you at, though.
For that which I do, I allow not.
Mm-hmm.
For that I would, that I do not.
You understand? That's what he's saying. He said, listen, the thing that I can do, I allow now. I don't do that, though. that are allowed for me, I don't do that. I do the opposite. I just don't. I can do it, but I don't. It's not good for me. You understand? Go ahead,
So when he says, because I never understood this precept.
Mm-hmm.
For that which I do, I allow not. So he's saying the sin that I know I would do, I don't even allow myself to do it.
Exactly. He doesn't find that there's a good thing to do.
So he just avoids it completely because he knows if he does it and is righteous, he's just going to sin.
Yes. It takes him to another place that he doesn't want to be. Now, we read it as twofold before. Don't get it wrong. But we're reading it in context now.
Okay,
You understand? There is a twofold breakdown to this, but this is with the context. You understand? Keep going up.
But what I hate, that do I.
The thing I hate, that do I. I don't like. I want to have a drink with y'all, but I shouldn't. That's the thing I need to do. Right? Go ahead.
If then I do that which I would not,
Mm-hmm.
I consent unto the law that it is good.
Mm-hmm. I consent unto the law that it is good. Go ahead.
Now then it is no more I that do it,
mm-hmm.
but sin that dwelleth in me.
Yeah, it's not me that's doing it, but the sin that's going to come out when I do this. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he's like. There is a sin that lies in me. Meaning what? What is he really saying? Go ahead.
There's a demon in me.
Do you understand? He has a demon that has not left him. That's why he talks about that thorn on his side. There's a thorn on his side that he can't allow this to enter into him. You understand? Because he know how he can be. Y'all with me?
Okay.
God. Where you at?
That was the end of 17, sir.
All right, no sweat. Let's drop that, all right?
We're going to 1 Timothy 1 and 8.
Yes, give me that.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully.
One more time.
But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully.
We know that the law is good if a man uses it lawfully. The law is good. How many wives you want to have? 3? No problem. Do it lawfully. Do it correctly. You understand? How much liquor you want to have tonight? 3 cups? 4 cups? Okay, no sweat. Do it lawfully. Be a joy in your drinking, right? Don't be a brother's, oh my God, get him out of here. He drank too much, man. He's like, he got to go, Akim. You watch him. Somebody drive him home. Don't be that cat. Because that's a problem, right? Go ahead. Any more?
Like I said, it's verse 9.
Okay, no, we good. We're gonna finish this next week as well. All right, sure. I'm gonna go like 15 minutes over. No sweat. We gotta go over those other precepts. So we good on that, right?
You use 9, though, sir.
Let me hear 9.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane,
Mm-hmm.
for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers.
For what slaves?
For manslayers.
Go ahead.
For whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine.
Y'all understand, right? All these things is correct, right? Go ahead, give me the next precept. Give me Romans 4 and 15. We'll go over 3 more precepts and we'll wrap it up, all right?
The book of Romans chapter 4 verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Because the law worketh wrath, for where no law is, there is no transgression.
Where is no law, there is no transgression. Because the law worketh wrath if you was to break the law. Where there's no law, there's no transgression. Give me a law that you can do. Or give me something that you can do where there's no law.
Like,
Against. Go ahead.
have multiple wives.
Have multiple wives. What another one?
Go to the club.
Go to the club, right? Give me another one. Go ahead. Gamble. Give me another one.
Drink liquor.
Drink liquor. Go ahead.
Buy stuff on the Sabbath.
Buy stuff on the Sabbath. I'm gonna give you one. Drink pig's piss.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Now, nowhere in the law that says you can't drink pig's piss.
So, what about?
But is it expedient? I don't think so.
So,
Go ahead.
it's the same thing with like comb made out of pig hair. Because there's comb made out of pig hair.
Okay, it's not a sin, but that will make you unclean because it's a carcass.
Skin of a down.
Right. So now that makes you unclean amongst brethren. You don't want. It's not those things are not expedient. You get what I'm saying? So like if I have sex with my woman and I come around the Akim, I'm unclean. That's not expedient. That's not in the spirit of the Most High. You feel what I mean? Until sundown. Y'all understand? Like it's a sundown. So you let one go, just come around during the sundown. You understand? It's not expedient. Right? So now if you're a woman that wants to be around sisters on your cycle, that's not expedient. You get what I'm saying? That's not holy. You should stay home. Stay home till that thing is done and clear after 7 days. Y'all with me? Now give me the other precept I asked for. Give me the word Paul says are written for aforetime for our learning. It's in Romans. Got it?
The book of Romans chapter 15 verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Written what time?
Aforetime.
What does aforetime mean?
In the past.
In the past, right? The laws was written in the past. Those laws we gotta learn from, right? Where do you think we got the law to not get lineups from, right? Not to sleep with your father's woman. You get what I'm saying? Like when they say your father's woman, because your father might have more than one woman, and it was unlawful for you to sleep with any of his women. You understand? It's unlawful for you to sleep with your sister. Why was all these things laws? Anybody know? Ash.
Because it was given to us to not follow the way of the Egyptians.
Exactly, because they were all being done. These things were being done, and these were our oppressors at that time. You understand?
Right.
So when he says don't do these things, because they was nasty Africans doing this, man. They were having sex with women on their period. That's not our custom. We do not do that. They were having sex with their sister. The Greeks did it too, and the Romans did it too. Every damn white race did it. You understand? They were. Give me some more. They weren't taking showers. Go ahead.
Daughters were sleeping with their fathers.
Daughters. Well, give me an example. That's true, but give me an example. What example are you talking about?
Well, because the Most High said that a son, you can't sleep with your a son or a brother can't sleep with his sister.
Right.
So he gave that law. So is it because the Egyptians were doing
it? Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
So I think the Romans, the kings,
Mm-hmm.
what they would do, they would marry they would marry in the family because they thought they're keeping the royal bloodline in the family.
They're keeping the what?
The father or the king.
Yeah.
He would marry his daughter, right? And then so on and so forth, because they felt like they were keeping that bloodline in the family. Right. So it was incest.
Right. And they're in Alabama today.
No.
The same ones in Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas right now. You know what I'm saying? Still doing the same thing. Disgusting, right? So the law was given to us so we won't do like any of them. You know what I mean? Is it lawful to sleep with your cousin? Yeah, but it's not expedient. Y'all understand, right? It's not the right thing to do. There was a time where you could sleep with your cousin just like Adam slept with Eve, right? That was his first cousin. He slept with her because their family was small. But now if you go sleep with your cousin, you're a sicko.
Right.
And everyone's going to think you're sick. Everyone think you got an issue or a problem and you just weird because you slept with your cousin. You understand? Don't sleep with your cousin. Don't do it. It's too many women out here for you to go sleep with your cousin. You understand, right? Give me one more precept. Give me we read there's no law, there's no sin, right?
Okay.
Give me the scripture where it says all things are lawful, not expedient. Give me that and we'll wrap it up. Let me know when y'all got it.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
Read it again, huh?
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
You understand that, right? Some things can be lawful, but it does not edify you. Like remember getting a taper. Can you get a taper in the truth? Yeah, you can. But how are we gonna look at you? Right? Can you get your tongue pierced? How are we gonna look at you though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get your tongue pierced. Is that one West though? You understand? Like, Jesus Christ. Is that one West? Yeah, it's lawful. But damn, is it one West to get your tongue pierced? You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that we'll look at you and be like, well, damn, I don't think that's expedient, brother. I don't think that. You can't tell a brother, hey, don't do that. It's just no sweat. No sweat. You understand? So some things are lawful, but they're not expedient. Somebody look up expedient real quick. Expedient. I'm gonna blow these out. They look like they're about to get to the thing. Is there more candles?
Sir. Out of the Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the definition for expedient,
Mm-hmm.
suitable for achieving a particular end in a given circumstance.
You know what I mean? Is it suitable, right? Are these things suitable? No, it's not suitable. He said, you know what I mean? He said, the scripture said not expedient, right? Right. It's not suitable for you to get your tongue pierced, brother. And we can't go to camp and have our enemies look at your tongue piercing and, talk about your tongue piercing.
Right.
You understand? Those things will have us in a jam, and we'll look at you like, well, damn, why you come with that tongue piercing to camp? Do that tongue piercing when you're with your rib only, if you could, right? Or whatever the hell else y'all want to do. But those things are lawful, but not always expedient, right? With that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Oscar Ward. You just call it out.
So, men of Israel, Amijim. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amijim Shabbat. Amijim Barak. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Yadi Matah, dismissed.
Hey, can you do me a favor, right? Can you give me some tonic water, sir? Y'all chilling for a little bit,
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I need some tonic water ASAP. I can't drink water.